Ukrainian and Russian forces use first-person view drones and loitering munitions to target armor and infantry in the ongoing conflict. This video showcases every major FPV drone system and countermeasure deployed by both sides. We start our list with Ukrainian FPV drones, commercial racing drone modified. The base platform for most Ukrainian FPV strikes uses $300 to $1,000 racing drones. These commercial quadcopters are fitted with thermal cameras and warheads in field workshops across Ukraine. The modifications give them approximately 10-kilometer range when carrying typical payloads. Operators fly them directly into targets using first-person view goggles that provide real-time video feed from the drone's camera. The low cost means losing drones to countermeasures or missed strikes is economically sustainable. DJI Mavic 3 Modified. This commercial quadcopter was designed for photography, but Ukrainian forces convert it for military use. Field modifications add thermal imaging cameras and payload mounts for small munitions. While not a true FPV racing drone, it serves similar strike missions against targets of opportunity. The Mavic is easier to fly than dedicated racing drones, making operator training faster. However, it flies slower than racing platforms and is more vulnerable to interception. Vampire. Ukraine developed this purpose-built kamikaze drone specifically for the conflict. The manufacturer claims it has 40-kilometer range when carrying its shaped charge warhead. The design focuses entirely on anti-tank missions with a warhead optimized for penetrating armored vehicles. Ukrainian facilities mass produce these domestically, allowing rapid replacement of combat losses. The dedicated military design makes it more effective than commercial conversions. R-18 Octocopter. This heavy-lift FPV platform uses 8 rotors instead of the typical 4. The additional lifting power allows it to carry 5-kilogram munitions, including anti-tank grenades and larger explosive payloads. Ukrainian forces primarily use it for trench-clearing operations, where operators need to drop munitions with precision into enemy positions. The larger size makes it easier to detect, but the payload capacity provides capabilities that smaller drones cannot match. Bomber FPV. Ukrainian engineers designed this domestic platform with a modular payload system. The design accepts various warhead types, ranging from anti-personnel grenades to shaped charges for armored targets. Multiple Ukrainian facilities produce these drones, allowing decentralized manufacturing that is harder to disrupt with strikes. The modular approach means a single drone type can serve multiple tactical roles, depending on the mission requirements. Punisher. This long-range FPV variant can strike targets deep in Russian rear areas, beyond the immediate front lines. Extended battery capacity and larger airframe give it the range needed for high-value target strikes. Ukrainian forces use it against command posts and logistics hubs that smaller drones cannot reach. The longer range comes at the cost of a larger, more detectable profile, a 22 Flying Fox. Ukraine produces this larger Kamikaze drone with 45-kilometer range for strategic targets. The heavier warhead compared to standard FPV platforms gives it effectiveness against hardened structures and stationary equipment. Ukrainian forces deploy it against logistics hubs and supply depots in rear areas. The size and range make it more expensive to produce than tactical FPV drones, but the capability to strike deep targets justifies the cost. Moving on to Russian drone systems. Lancet. Zala produces this loitering munition with 40-kilometer range and distinctive X-wing configuration. A rear-mounted propeller provides thrust, while the X-shaped wings give it stability during the loitering phase. Russian forces use it primarily to target Ukrainian artillery positions and armored vehicles. This has become Russia's most successful tactical drone system, with hundreds of confirmed kills documented through video evidence. The loitering capability allows it to search for targets, rather than striking pre-planned coordinates. Lancet 3. This upgraded variant features improved guidance systems and a larger warhead section compared to the original Lancet. The extended loiter time allows it to hunt targets for up to 30 minutes before striking or returning to base. Russian engineers made it more resistant to electronic warfare than earlier versions by incorporating backup navigation systems. The improvements came in response to Ukrainian jamming that was defeating older models. Commercial FPV modified. Russian forces adopted Chinese DJI platforms and racing drones with modifications similar to Ukrainian versions. The same basic concept applies with warheads attached to commercial quadcopters and thermal cameras added for night operations. Mass adoption of these systems by Russian units increased dramatically throughout 2024. The widespread availability of commercial components makes the supply chain difficult to interdict. Izdelia 51. Russia began domestic production of this FPV drone in early 2024 after studying captured Ukrainian systems. The design essentially copies successful Ukrainian platforms with minor modifications. Russian factories produce it in large numbers using simple construction methods that prioritize quantity over sophistication. The low cost per unit allows mass deployment even with high loss rates. Zala Cube. This smaller loitering munition serves tactical roles at the company level of Russian forces. 30-minute flight time with 3-kilogram warhead gives infantry commanders organic strike capability. The man-portable system deploys quickly when targets are discovered during operations. Russian units use it for immediate fire support when artillery is unavailable, or when precision is required. Shahed 136. Iran designed this one-way attack drone, which Russia now produces under license as Guran 2. The delta wing design, with a rear pusher propeller, gives it 2,500 kilometer range for strategic targets across Ukraine. Russian forces use it primarily against Ukrainian infrastructure and military facilities far from front lines. The distinctive engine sound has made it recognizable to Ukrainian civilians, who have nicknamed it accordingly. Continuing with electronic warfare and countermeasures. Pole 21. Russia developed this electronic warfare system specifically for drone suppression across the battlefield. 5-kilometer jamming radius, blocks GPS signals and radio control frequencies that commercial drones rely on for navigation and control. The system mounts on a vehicle chassis for mobile deployment, with advancing ground units. Russian forces position these systems to protect high-value assets and troop concentrations from drone strikes. Bukovel AD Ukrainian engineers created this electronic warfare jammer to target Russian drone operations. The system disrupts control signals and GPS navigation within its effective range, forcing drones to return home or crash. Ukrainian forces deploy it to protect command posts and artillery positions from loitering munitions. The ongoing electronic warfare battle involves constant upgrades as both sides develop countermeasures. Repellent 1. Ukraine developed this portable anti-drone system for infantry to carry in the field. The handheld device jams control frequencies, forcing drones to either return to their launch point or crash when they lose signal. Effective range reaches approximately 2 kilometers against most commercial drone platforms. Infantry squads use it for immediate protection when drones are spotted approaching their positions. Anti-drone rifle. Both sides employ handheld directional jammers that soldiers aim at incoming drones like rifles. When the operator triggers the device, it sends a jamming signal in the direction the weapon is pointed. Effective range reaches 2 kilometers against drones that rely on radio control for navigation. The weapon requires the soldier to maintain aim on the drone while jamming, which can be difficult with fast-moving targets. Skylock. Ukraine purchased this Israeli-manufactured anti-drone system for protecting high-value installations. The system combines radar detection with radio frequency jamming for automated threat response. When the radar detects an incoming drone, the jamming system automatically engages without requiring human intervention. The integration provides faster response times than manual systems operated by personnel. Acoustic detection system. Both sides deploy microphone arrays that detect the distinctive sounds of drone motors and rotors. The system calculates the approach vector based on sound triangulation from multiple sensors. This provides early warning for troops to take cover or activate countermeasures before the drone arrives. The acoustic signature of different drone types allows the system to classify threats. Static defensive positions use these systems extensively for perimeter security. Anti-drone netting. Physical barriers stretched over trenches and fighting positions provide simple but effective protection. The netting detonates warheads before they reach personnel sheltering below. Proper deployment requires the netting to be elevated above the trench with sufficient clearance. Both sides have widely adopted this low-tech countermeasure despite its limitations against larger warheads. Cope cage. Slat armor or mesh cages installed on vehicle roofs attempt to detonate drone warheads before they hit the armor. Effectiveness varies considerably, depending on cage design and warhead type. The additional weight and bulk create handling problems for vehicle crews. Despite mixed results, both sides have widely adopted these improvised defenses on tanks and armored vehicles. The cages provide some psychological comfort to crews, even when actual protection is limited. Smoke grenades. Troops trained to immediately deploy smoke. When drones are spotted overhead, use this as a rapid countermeasure. The smoke obscures thermal signatures, making it difficult for drone operators to identify and track targets. This low-tech countermeasure requires quick reaction from personnel who must recognize the threat. Effectiveness depends on wind conditions and the amount of smoke deployed,